Hey YouTubers, it's Ray Brown from Health Travelers and innovational-health.com coming to you for the last day of my little time off here from the road, and we're about heading back on the road. Tomorrow is time to go, road trip down to get out of the cold of Las Vegas. Well, as you can see, I'm in short sleeves. The pool is behind me. Things aren't really that bad, but yeah, they can get colder, about 10 degrees or so, depends upon where you are in Arizona. But before I wanted to take off, I wanted to share with you some information about how to keep your interest in RVing up when you're at your home base. And I realize a lot of you don't have home bases, but this information may still be beneficial because we're going to talk about publications that are online and also can be gotten electronically or digitally, and which I think are worthwhile. And let me run that down right away. The first one I think most people are going to be familiar with because they're probably Good Sam members. That is Motorhome Magazine. Now, Motorhome Magazine has been published for a long time, and it actually even predates the Good Sam Club. It is, you'll get this if you buy an RV from the people at Camping World, and if you're a Good Sam member, you can sign up at a pretty cheap rate. It comes out monthly. I think they skip 1 month just before the holidays. And honestly, it is a good magazine for general interest because it's owned by the people that own Camping World and Good Sam. You are going to get some commercials, but hey, that's good too. Along with this Motorhome Magazine comes a very large volume, which I actually do carry in my RV, and it's called the RV Travelers and Savings Guide. This is a 2017 edition. The 2018 edition just came out, and it's available for $6.95 to club members, Good Sam Club members. It has all of the different destinations, RV resorts that are approved by Good Sam, and then the ones that even aren't, with the ratings. It's a very good thing, and it also has coupons. It says over $1,000 in coupons. Well, I probably only used $150 of them last year, but you know what? $150 for $6.95. That in itself, without the reference for the campgrounds, is very good. By the way, if you don't have a motorhome, there is a complimentary issue for, and I don't mean free, I mean it complements the motorhomes, called Trailer Life. And Trailer Life, in fact, is even older than Motorhomes Magazine. And this talks about, as you might expect, Trailer Life. It's put out by the same people that put out Motorhome. And both of these are available on the internet via digital subscription. And if you have a subscription, you can get it digitally for free. Okay, that's number one. Number two, and these are not in any particular order, but the next one is really a good group to join, and that's called the Escapees. Their magazines are better, I would think, than the Motorhome Magazine. This is part of a group. I'm military. I think I pay $37 per year to join, and then I think you pay $5 if you want the the paper. I'm old school, so I like the paper editions. But again, if you're traveling, you don't want to carry all this stuff around with you, so you probably do the electronic version. This is the newest one, which I haven't read, so I'll probably take this with me when we leave tomorrow. But the reality is normally I'm in Escapees for this magazine, and for some of the benefits, like the day after tomorrow, I'm going to have the RV weighed. So there's a lot of reasons to join Escapees, but I think the chief one is this magazine. Let's go on. Are you interested in maybe working on the road? Well, if you are, then this next magazine may really be for you. And that's called Work Campers News. And inside is all sorts of information about work camping. Now, I do have a secret. There is a free subscription and there's a what's called a gold subscription. When you get this, make sure that you sign up not only for the magazine, but for the online notices about jobs. Because by the time this magazine comes out, most of these jobs are already gone. However, on the hotline that you get for subscribing to the online emails, they're right off the press, and that's the way to go if you're really serious about work camping news. Otherwise, these magazines give you great tips on work camping. They give you an update on upcoming seminars, and to be honest, they kind of give you the flavor of what it is to be like to do work camping. And I think that's really important to know what you're getting into. The last one I want to point out is a little bit more selective. It's one I do like. It's we are members of 1,000 Trails, and if you're a member of them, you get the Trailblazer magazine, which is basically a recap of their particular 86 campgrounds that they have in the United States, and they have picture contests, and they give advance notices as to when people are doing gatherings at the various campgrounds. So I do like this one as well. The last periodicals really now that I'm going to get into are basically 3 of them, one of which I don't have, but I'll explain what that is. The first one is Passport of America. Now this is a periodical. Again, this is the 2017 version. As we're speaking, the 2018 version should be out. And just like Good Sam, this gives you all of the parks that are come under the Passport America banner. The good news and the difference between Good Sam, a Good Sam rate is 10% off. This is almost always 50% off. So if you can get this, this is worth its weight in gold, this particular one. I want to say it's like $39.95. You buy this at where else? Camping World, and but the thing is that in just a couple of nights you will pay for your book, which you'll have then the whole year. Here's one thing that especially if you have a large motorhome, mine's 11 feet tall, I use one called the McNally Motor Carriers 2018 Road Atlas. And why I do that is to make sure that when I'm traveling, that I'm not going to run into a low bridge or just passageways, travel routes that are just not practical for a motorhome. And if I figure if a motor carrier can go in it, then hey, I should be able to. There is an app called All Stays, and All Stays has also bridge heights. So when you get off the beaten path where a semi-trailer truck wouldn't go, I do recommend All Stays. And a lot of the information on roadside attractions and places to stay also is on our All Stays, as well as which Walmarts you can stay, which BLMs you can stay, etc., etc. And there is one last periodical which is out in the RV as I pack up, and didn't bring it in, but I will tell you, if you've ever been to a Flying J or a Pilot, they put out a little bitty pamphlet. It's probably 100 pages. It includes every one of their Pilots and Flying J's. And it's really valuable because of the fact that it will tell you where they have our dedicated RV lanes, and where you can stay overnight without it having to ask. In other words, do they have overnight RV parking? And really a valuable tool, and you can keep the truckers from hassling you if you know which places have specified RV parking. So that's kind of a wrap up of what I think as far as pamphlets that are worthwhile for you to review, especially in the off season, to keep up your interests. We're basically half-timers. We're on the road about 175 days out of the year with our health seminars. And the fact is that we use the rest of the time to kind of relax. Obviously, we spend our time in the winters away from Las Vegas and in the summers away from Las Vegas, staying when it's nice in the spring and the fall. And that's our plan, and that's how we do it, and we use these periodicals to keep up our interest in the meantime. Hey, just another tip from Ray at Health Travelers, and we're presented by innovational-health.com. And again, as always, I say to you, have a great day.